Okay, so this is the raspberry plant. Probably 7 years old. You know, I just pulled it up from, I don't even really remember, probably just a landscape thing I was doing for a customer, and they let me have a raspberry or something somewhere. Pulled it from someone's yard, a friend of mine's yard. Here is it's a Japanese maple, same kind of thing. I think they were probably around the same time. They had a Japanese maple and then a little sprout came up, and this was probably from 10 years ago. It's been in this pot and I've trimmed it. Doing a lot better this year because of the compost tea in the soil. Japanese maple, been in there for many years. Same type of thing. It was an injured plant that it seems it's not doing so good. So we're gonna have to figure out something in that soil. The past few years it's been very healthy, but something is definitely showing signs. But hey, I mean, originally it was horrible. And I just brought it back to life. They were throwing it out. There's some dino kale from the MGM Casino greenhouse, downtown Detroit. Red Russian kale, dino kale. Some little weeds in here. I'm not sure what these are. I don't know. Anybody let me know. There's those one weeds, I don't know what these are either. Broccoli grew here last year, did surprisingly well. This is a lot of sun here. It gets morning and evening sun. So as you can see, a Queen Anne's lace. Distinguish it from poison hemlock. Poison hemlock is deadly. The queen has hairy legs. So when there's the little flowers coming out, they'll produce many seeds, wild carrot seeds. I'm not sure if this was from, you know, how many generations wild. This could be from some carrot seeds I planted, you know, that I bought in the seed packs. And then that plant, I let it seed. Some of them I let them go. And here you go, that one's doing very good. Very rich area right here. I don't know why, maybe. I'm not sure. But the brassicas do really well. Queen Anne's lace obviously is doing really well here for June 4th. There's some weeds. Lamb's ear. There are those Randazzo peas, snap peas from 5.9. They're not doing that good. I guess they're okay. There's a wild carrot that just kind of popped up. This soil, it needs to be, I don't know, something. It's not real healthy right here for some reason. There's a wild lettuce. Actually, I think I transplanted that one from a pot that overwintered. There's a strawberry. I have the cage because of the squirrels. These leaves are surprisingly bigger than my other strawberries. I don't know if it's the same variety, but you see the little runners. I mean, this plant is definitely very vigorous. And I think maybe it has something to do with it being a fungally dominated, maybe because of this tree stump here, I'm thinking. Because I haven't done anything different to the soil here, and then you compare. These right here, and they're not doing as well. It could be a different variety. I mean, they do have little strawberries. And there's not a green, there's like a lighter yellow color on the leaves. So something is not right for these strawberries in this location. Here's a wild raspberry I got last year. Wasn't doing so good. I just stuck it in here, doing very well in this spot. I'm not sure what this is. I think it was in a pot somewhere, and I'm not sure. Maybe it just grew here wild. I can't remember. Here's some clover. I'm just kind of let go so the roots will put the nitrogen nodules into the soil, and then kind of you know, feed natural nitrogen. Here's lettuce. This is that oak leaf lettuce that just, you know, I just had some, let them go to seed, and they incredible the way that, and they just taste very good, very good. And you just let them go to seed and get some next year. That's from a pumpkin that I just had the pumpkin and just rotted it right here, and that's what popped up. These beets I planted here. Just put some seeds down, kind of mixed in with the clover. There's some carrots. I think I planted those seeds maybe from just the wild carrot. I can't remember. I didn't put any labels, so. Again, my cages for the squirrels. Another raspberry. Some more oak leaf lettuce, did really well. Didn't do anything but just let the seeds fall, and you know, no-till. This has all been no-till. If I would have tilled it, it would have destroyed all these little seedlings. They seem to be doing okay. This soil is just the native soil, whatever's native. You know, look, it's right up against the house. Who knows the history as far as what's been put in here over the years. You know, I've only been here 5 years, so didn't really do anything for the first 3 years, so it's about 2 years of work, kind of not, you know, just sprinkling some vermicompost on there, maybe a little bit of azomite. It's compost tea though. I did do compost tea last summer, so it's greatly improved from, you know, this summer compared to last summer. Looks like I've tried to start some beans there. They didn't come up. Soil's kind of dry along here because of the overhang of the house, and it keeps water from getting in there. Looks like some beets. A few wild beets came up from the, you know, the beet seeds last year. The strawberries. Ooh, there's a red strawberry. Not looking so good. Something, yeah. These strawberries need something. I mean, they're doing okay. There's another kind of red one. But they need some amendments in this soil. The soil's not where it needs to be. Some clover. Well, these are actually doing better, these beets, so I might have started those from seed, or they just came up. But this soil right here is better compared to the beets here in this soil. I should have put a note, put a little marker, but they probably were seeded at the same time, probably March 14th or something. I mean May, sorry, excuse me. Now here is a wild spinach plant. Little seedling popped up. It must have been from a seed from a spinach plant that was here. It's bolting. But I remember it was a tiny little spinach sprout. So it wasn't a plant that wintered. And doing quite well. Doing quite well. It's a good thick stalk there, so this is good soil right here for a spinach plant. The beets by it, and then clovers around it. To put nitrogen, the legume. Natural fertilizer, green manure. It doesn't seem like they really rob too much nutrient. I mean, I don't really know, but you know, they seem like they're, I mean, just as long as I keep this really good soil, it should be okay to have the clover. But I don't know. I'm just leaving it there. I pick the other weeds out, but just kind of leave the clover around it. There's a wild carrot, Queen Anne's lace. I don't think I planted that one, that just came up on its own. Now that strawberry looks pretty healthy, that leaf. Compare the size though, I could have a different variety over here. It's always a possibility. It's just a lot larger leaf, but it could be because of the rotting stump here. There's a fungal domination that's put a better balance in the soil here. Now there was a wood mulch on here that someone had previously done. So, and that's all broken down by now. I think it has a lot to do with the compost tea that was put in here last summer. And so, you know, that's probably the main source of why this soil is doing so good. I mean, if that wasn't there, these probably wouldn't be nearly as healthy. Not to say this is an optimal health, but this strawberry definitely shows something going on in this plant here. And this, you know, and this plant's doing pretty good. So this soil right here in front of this stump. But for some reason this over here, it's kind of barren. You know, I did plant some things in here and they just didn't come up, and even the weeds are, so beats me. Oak leaf lettuce, wild, doing really well up against the stump there. This is a sedum that's just in a pot. Compare it, that size pot here, it's a pretty big pot. This stuff's really hardy, but compared to it in the soil, it's more dense. The leaves themselves are more dense. Yes, they're kind of spaced out here. See that? And then there's just a more dense. But the sun here is about, you know, the house blocks the sun because you know, this is a west facing. So as you go further here, there's more sun. They get more of the sun. So things around here are getting, this gets pretty good sun here. I mean, it still has to wait for it to pass through the houses. But this is all a lot of sun all day. And you can see it's around the corner of the house, so the sun's able to peek through here earlier and then stays for the rest of the day.